For a while now I've been meaning to do a tutorial on the basics of motion tracking, but have never got around to it. I'm now going to correct that. I won't be going into it in a great amount of detail, just enough to allow you to track a moving object and cause some text to follow it. It's a powerful tool and opens up a whole load of possibilities that are limited only by your imagination. I'll be using Vegas Pro 18 for this tutorial. The scope and usage of the tool in previous versions will obviously be different to this version. I need to point out also that motion tracking is available in Movie Studio Platinum, but the procedure is different to that in Vegas Pro 18. Before I get started, I thought it would be useful just to go briefly through the motion tracking UI parameters. This is how the panel looks after launching it. I'll skip to the tracking controls first before I look at the other parameters. This button tracks from the cursor to the beginning of the event or to a point where tracking is lost for whatever reason. This one allows tracking to be carried out frame by frame. This is useful if tracking stops prematurely while tracking in the reverse direction. The button can be used to step backwards and relocate the region onto the tracked object. This button allows tracking to take place in both directions from the cursor. You track forward one frame at a time using this button. To track from the cursor to the end of the event, you use this button. I'll deal with the other two icons later. The name of the event that has the object to be tracked is shown here. A mask is added using this icon. Masks are called regions and are numbered. Region numbers are incremental and do not replace deleted region numbers. For instance, if the last region number is, say, 3, and you delete region 1, then add another region, that region will have the number 4. Numerous regions can be created for the same event, each with its own tracking data. This icon will remove the region currently selected. With this box checked, everything outside the region will be tracked instead of inside the region. It's unlikely that you would use this option normally, but there may be occasions where this would be necessary. The precision parameter has 3 options: fast, balance and accurate, which gives a trade-off between processing time and accuracy. There are 5 tracking modes, each one determining how tracking is carried out. Under the phrase motion tracked is a line. This line will become a continuous green line if tracking has been fully successful. The motion track transfer menu determines how tracking data is to be used. The final icon is used to transfer motion data to another event on the timeline. Now, I appreciate that I've glossed over some of these parameters without fully explaining their function, but the scope of this tutorial is, as the title states, basic. On track 2 of the timeline, I have a clip with an object I want to motion track. The object is a white house, and you can see that if I play the clip, it moves about in the frame and eventually zooms away as the camera zooms out. To open the motion tracking tool, I need to select the clip and click on Tools, Video, Motion Tracking, or use the shortcut sequence Alt-M. When the motion tracking panel opens, I need to select Add Region. This creates a mask. I'll make sure that Precision is set to Accurate and Mode is set to Scale and Location. I need the mode to be Scale and Location because the house zooms away in the Z or Z direction, depending on where you are in the world, as well as moving in the XY direction. I now locate the object to be tracked, the house, and move and size the mask so that it completely covers the house. In this case, I don't need to resize the mask. With the cursor at the beginning of the event, I'll go to the motion tracking panel and click the track forward icon. Now, unfortunately, the tracking progress box has opened up on the left-hand screen. If tracking was completely successful, the progress should go to 100% and then disappear. Unfortunately, you didn't see that. However, we know the tracking was successful because the word successful has appeared under the green progress line. I'm now going to go to the beginning and play the clip. You'll see that the mask follows the house during the shaky camera movement and then reduces in size to match the house during the zoom out. Now that's fair enough. The house motion has been tracked, but what can we do now? Well, for a start, we can add text that will follow the motion. This can be done in two different ways. I'll now demonstrate method 1. This is applying the text to the track motion. I'll place a Titles and Text event on track 1. Make it equal in length to the clip. I'll adjust the length of the Titles and Text event by clicking on the Match Event Length icon. I'm now going to change the text attributes to suit. In this case, I want the colour to be red. And also I'm going to reduce the point size. I need to make sure that the cursor is at the start of the event, and I need to move the text to the right position. Now to the motion tracking panel. If it's disappeared, select the event and press Alt-M. I'll move the cursor back to the beginning again. I now need to click the Motion Track Transfer menu drop-down and select the Vegas Titles and Text entry. I'll then select Location. You should see a text message underneath the green progress line stating Motion data successfully copied. Any other message means there's a problem with the data transfer. I'll now close the motion tracking panel and play the clip. you'll see that the text moves faithfully with the house motion, but you'll also notice that as the house zooms out, the text size remains constant. This is a limitation with the Titles and Text plugin. So that method is okay if the object to be tracked is moving in either the X or Y direction, or both. But as you've seen, it's not good when the object moves in the Z direction. A better way to do this is to apply a picture-in-picture or PIP effect to the Titles and Text event and transfer the motion data to the PIP effect. As before, I'll change the attributes of the text to suit the scene. I'll also change the default text string to Lakeside View and mute this track so the text disappears. Because the clip has no tracking data, I need to track the house again. I'll select the clip and press Alt-M to open up the motion tracking panel. With this open, I'll select Add Region. This will create a mask. Again, I'll make sure that precision is set to accurate and mode to scale and location. I now have to set the cursor at the beginning of the event. I'll locate the house and move and size the mask so that it completely covers it. On the motion tracking panel, I'll click the Track Forward icon. Now again, the Tracking Progress window has opened up on the left-hand screen. But I need to see that it goes to 100% to ensure that tracking is successful. I'll play the clip now to make sure that the tracking was good. Okay, now with the cursor at the beginning of the event, I'll unmute track 1 and apply a PIP effect to the Titles and Text event. With the PIP properties open, I'll leave the mode at fixed shape just for now and move the text into position. If necessary, I can scale the text to suit using the Scale in X slider. In the fixed shape mode, the Scale in X and Scale in Y sliders are locked together. When the text is located and scaled, I can change the mode to freeform. I can now go to the motion tracking panel. I'll select the Motion Track Transfer menu drop-down and select the Vegas Titles and Text entry. But this time I'll select Vegas Picture-in-Picture. Again, I need to see the message Motion Data Successfully Copied underneath the green line. I'll now play the event. The text now not only follows the movement of the house in the XY directions, but also in the Z direction. Well, you can see that the motion tracking tool in Vegas Pro 18 is pretty impressive. It'll probably never equal the motion tracking available in other more expensive NLEs, but certainly it comes a close second. Watch out for another tutorial on motion tracking, where I'll demonstrate how to apply a blur to the face of someone who is moving. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you found it useful. Until my next tutorial, bye for now.